Simple machines.
A simple machine is one that has a single support point and serves to reduce the force needed to do work.
I'm going to show the function of the simple machine, the inclined plane. As you see, I have a flat surface placed at an angle, and when I put the car on it, it moves at a certain speed. Now watch what happens when I put it in a slightly, but not that much, steeper angle. The car seems to go faster the more inclined and diagonal that the angle is.
The pulley serves to transmit a force and help move heavy objects in a comfortable way. Pulleys are used to raise and lower machinery and materials. Machine whose function is to transmit force.
There we can observe that on this side of the lever there is an object. By putting a heavier object, the object with the most weight, we cause the lever to lean to the side there it's on, and we'll raise the one with the less weight.
The wheel is one of the 6 simple machines, one of the most simple ones, yet one of the greatest ones of all time. The wheel is just this, and the wheel also comes with the axis, which you can see over here. The way the wheel works is that simply it uses angular momentum and torque to work on objects, typically against the force of gravity. Basically, as it moves, the force of gravity just sends it over here, that way it can move entire objects, with facility, instead of just square wheels objects being dragged around. This makes things carrying much easier, along with the axle, which simply connects wheels here, and makes the connection between the wheels, that way you can carry a lot of stuff, or maybe make cars like this one. So that's how the wheel works.
A screw is another type of many simple machines that are part of our daily lives and we do not even realize it. Its function is very simple but important, joining 2 parts of something or even more. It is made up of 3 different parts: head, neck, and thread. It is curious how we have seen it so much and we have never stopped thinking it was a simple machine. This tool is a derivative of the inclined plane, whose angle is equal to the inclination of the end of the thread.
Another simple machine that we're going to be looking at is the wedge. The wedge is another very important simple machine that makes, for example, cutting things or like breaking things apart way easier. Right now, I have to apologize for bringing this. It's the best example I could get of a wedge. But basically, the way the wedge works is that it's 2 inclined planes that eventually converge to one sharp point. So, say we had a log here, and then we had an axe with a wedge like this, and we would just crash the converged point into the log, and it would break really easily. That's because, as the log goes through the wedge, since the converged point over here, this causes it to split up, the log to split apart. It's all thanks to the inclined planes. So in a way, it's thanks to the inclined planes that we have the invention of the wedge, and it's thanks to that we can do many things like cutting logs.
The scissors are an example of a simple lever, which combines resistance and power to achieve its functions of cutting by joining their 2 steel plates. If applies the mechanisms of by the inclined plane are given by means of the cutting edge. Finally, the turns in the effect of the lever, manage of the lever by means of a combination, thus making the of force.